Is it just me, or when I consume any type of media to the bone, I never shut up or forget about it? I don't try out or consume any type of new media because of this. Then I gave this one webcomic a try. I read Operation True Love by Dodam and Kukali a little less than a year ago. Last weekend I was reminded by it and I could not stop rambling about it on my Instagram stories. I actually crash out every time I hear something remotely connected to the series. I believe that this is due to the fact that I'm not content with the storyline and how the characters need to grow, and yes, those were necessary, grow and interact with one another, mainly focusing on Yuraim and Raitoa, those two characters. I'm gonna get low. Please note that this video is about how I feel about this webcomic. My thoughts and opinions do not reflect the actual intention of the authors by any means. This video also contains a whole lot of spoilers for the webcomic Season 1 and Season 2, although I haven't read Season 2 fully because I'm looking. I will be talking about the character of Raikoa some other time because this video might just be 30 minutes of reading. Today I'll be focusing on Yuraim, which is my current obsession. Well, not really obsession, more of a hyperfixation. Because I couldn't stop thinking about her for the past few days. I have 4 points about this character. First is her relationship with Suara, and how they had such a sisterly bond that turned bitter after Raim kissed me, which I understand is bad, and I don't condone this at all. And then I saw how Suara reacted. I was like, good for you. That was like the first few chapters. I was like, good for you. And then as time went on, I realized that she put Raim up on a pedestal so high that nobody could touch her. She saw Raim as an unbreakable deity rather than as a person.
I want to stop myself here and acknowledge the fact that Sue was not in the wrong. She was just a child as well as Raim. Here are my thoughts out for the explanation on both their behaviors and reactions.
Especially with the way she described her in the first few chapters, telling her that she had incredible popularity, she's beautiful, she gets the perfect grades. She saw her as this perfect being, while seeing herself as so low. So when Raim did this thing wrong, she was so mad to the point that her hatred for her was unbreakable. It was unbeatable. Whenever you see someone that you think is perfect and you see them do something wrong, you're like, oh my god, she's a bad person. Just like how people act with celebrities. And that's how I saw this situation. I believe there's so much more depth to these characters. And as the chapters went, the characters became bland and unlikable. Suwa is literally introduced as an empathetic and caring person, yet she couldn't do it for Raim, but she overthought how she reacted with Minu, who has constantly and has hurt her over and over as shown in the manual itself. And additionally, this series is called Operation True Love. True love. True love. So are we saying that filial love isn't true love? Are we just talking about romantic love? They literally had a sisterly bond, and I just can't understand why it had to go that way. It felt like Raim was just a character made for conflict. And I understand that there are people like that. In Filipino, we call it kontrabida, or the antagonist. So I do understand that she is just the antagonist of the story. But who is the main antagonist? Is it Raim or the CEO of Marang? There is so much going on in the story and neither of them have been given a highlight to recently. So it just feels like she was just a character that was there for the conflict. So let me go back to my point. The storyline that Suael was in made her actions and reactions unlikable to me. I believe, again, there was so much depth in the characters. There could have been so much more, but it wasn't given a spotlight. There was no attention. Make it make sense to me. I've been literally crashing out about this for 3 days. 3, 4, 5, 5. Okay. Next point. Raim's relationship with herself. Her relationship with herself was shown a handful of times. And then each time she was just lonely and alone. So much more could have been done with her character. That's literally the point. That's literally the gist of the point. Her relationship with herself is just shown to be alone and lonely. And none of them noticed it. No one noticed it. That brings me to my third point. Her forced mean girl trope. Now I'm saying it's a forced mean girl trope because have you guys watched Suits? Basically, Raim is like Louis Lip. Her supposed attitude goes back to square one every time something happens or every time a conflict is needed. Everything after kissing me felt forced to happen, as if she was just a tool for conflict. Effectively, there would be no other drama in the story without her. Just the CEO of Maram, which I previously mentioned. And the manhwa doesn't even highlight it anymore, as far as I read. Yeah, she was crazy, but how come no one ever noticed? Not even Suae, who was shown as an empathetic character who seemed to love her, so make it make sense. Suae had such a shallow take on Raim's life, which I understand because she's just a child. What is not understandable are the perceptions of the adults around them. I understand that not all parents are there for their children, but look at the situation I was in, and look at how Sua's parents were introduced to the story. She was constantly looked over because everyone around her knew her to be independent and capable. The only person that ever saw her or cared for her was Go Jun-yuk. Hyun-yuk? Whatever. He was the only person. My fourth and final point. Her relationship with Yun-yuk. All her interactions with him made her feel like a different person. She showed her bitter side, especially when they were kids. She didn't particularly like him. And I love the way that their relationship really bloomed, and I was heartbroken when I read the chapter where she gave the trophy back to him to spite the feelings, to stir the feelings that were previously there. Now, this rant doesn't only talk about romantic love, but also filial love, which I mentioned earlier. The relationship between them was so adorable, and I wish we would have seen more of their childhood. He was curious with why she acted with him the way she did, and maybe other people should have questioned why she was so perfect, because she was just a child. My heart hurts thinking about them and how the only person that saw Raim as a person was Yun-yuk. Throughout her life, she was always seen as this perfect, independent, and capable person, but she was just a child, and not everyone understood that, not even Suae. Because of this, I wrote how OTL, or Operation True Love, would be like if Raim was the protagonist. I genuinely don't hate the characters, but towards the end of season 1, I only liked Raim and Doa. The rest were just me. I called my story Operation True You. Like, Y-U. Letter Y and the letter U, because her name is Raim. That's really funny. That's funny. And with this, I believe it's safe to assume that I should not be consuming new media. Additionally, I have a knack for characters that aren't the lead, and characters whom I believe have a deeper sense of self. But the need for conflict in the plot prevents them from any real development. That's all. That is my 10-minute long rant on this one character that I really love but everyone seems to hate. There's just so much more to her character, and you know that one Ricky Montgomery song where he goes, "You're a pond and I'm an ocean." People perceive her to be a pond when she's literally an ocean. And not even a lot of clues about her personality is given in the story. Like I said, it was only given a handful of times, but I can truly see that this person has so much going on for her, especially with her backstory itself. That's like a whole main character arc itself. So, yeah. I'm gonna crash